Hi everybody, this is a quick video on how to use your new common assessment sheets. Hopefully we're using this in lieu of a big meeting or having to sit together on a Wednesday, so that way I don't take up too much of your time. But encourage those around you to please come and watch this, just so that way hopefully it clears up any confusion, because the October common assessment forms are different, a little bit different, and from here on out they'll be different. So just to show you, I'm starting at a common screen, and I'm just going to go into math, and I'll go to my common assessment sheet for October. Everybody will have October all filled in already. Doesn't mean you have to use all of them, just they're all there no matter what your grade level. And we will go to, as soon as this comes up, I will use my sheet as an example. There we go. So just a couple of rules. Please put in zeros. Most people have. Some people weren't putting in zeros, but zeros do matter. So here's what happens. Let's say we took a 5-question common assessment and they got number 2 and 3 wrong, but they got 1, 4, and 5 right. The formula is going to pick it up as a 100 because there's nothing in the 2 and 3 column, or 2 and 3 cell. So if you get it wrong, you put the 0 in, and now it calculates that formula correctly. So all that just to say, zeros do matter. Please put them in. And the other new piece to this is, if a student is absent, please put a Y here, so that way I or your team leader will know that student was absent, because these cells will not change, and I'll explain that in just a moment. So again, zeros matter, Y in the absent column. There's some pros and cons to this, of course, with any upgrade. The pros would be, you no longer need this cell. You don't have to tell me how many people took the common assessment. A lot of formulas kind of hinged on that piece, so you no longer have to do that. And the formulas will calculate for you. You do not have to go in and put in your own percentage, all that, and they will calculate in a percentage form. And the formulas are protected. So if anybody aside from myself goes and tries to change that formula, as of right now, it'll give you an error message on your screen, says you can't get into this cell to change it. That'll kind of change later on. I'll give more people access to that as I'm able to show more people how to use it. All common assessments are also set up for 10 questions. Does not mean that you have to use all 10. You can, if you just had a 5-question common assessment, you can put that in and it'll still calculate correctly. Or if you had all 10, that is fine as well. It calculates no matter what. You go beyond 10, then talk to me, but otherwise, if you have a 3-question common assessment, 4, 10, doesn't matter, it'll still calculate correctly as long as you fill in 1s and 0s. Basically, if you don't use questions 6 through 10 or 4 through 10, then just don't fill them in, and the formula won't pick it up. There are a couple of cons to this. Yes, you have to put the Y here in the absent column, and once you put that Y, it'll tell me the student wasn't here. However, since you cannot change this formula, your total amount will stay looking like this. These will pick up down here, the totals per question, but the total class average will not pick up because, because this formula will stay the same until I'm able to go in and switch it to absent instead of the Y. Then you won't have a total percentage. The other con to this is that if somebody has not done their common assessment, or if somebody has a student absent, your totals page will not populate down here. So it'll stay divided by 0 until I go in and fix it. And I will go in and check maybe Sunday and Monday I don't know, we can figure out a time, or if your team leaders will just let me know that there was a student absent. But I'll go and check periodically just because it's a quick fix. So then, just so everybody knows, um, these are protected. All the formulas are protected, which means, again, if you try and change anything, it's not going to let you. If I do it right now, it'll let me, but I'll give access to team leaders to be able to change that as soon as I can show everybody a very easy way to do that. Just so you see, for bilingual and dual language teachers, yours will look like this. And I'm sorry. English test takers, Spanish test takers, and everything else is the same aside from the fact that they're divided. And then you'll have total, this total percent correct is for your whole class. This English row is only the English kids, and the Spanish row is only the Spanish kids. Once we have students begin to switch, if they transition or anything like that, we can cross that bridge when we get there. We'll be able to fix that fairly easily. So hopefully you found this um, helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. Let me know, and I will help you out as best I can. Thanks for taking the time to check this out.